Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining the call. I'm really excited about stepping up to 2017 because I have had the absolute pleasure of being a mentee of Kimmy Brooke. I'm not sure if anyone here has read The 4-Year Career by Richard Blissbrook. Has anyone read it? No? Okay, that's the next one on your personal development list. If you haven't got that one, definitely get hold of that one. It's a quick, 40-minute read. But what's even better is that his wife, Kimmy Brooke, has written The 4-Year Career for Women, which is even more appropriate for the majority of us. And I've just put in my order for 100 copies. So you may find, oh, look, Bronnie's got hers. Fantastic. So, so it's a fantastic quick read, but more than that, it's a great workbook. And I'm not getting paid to promote her, but I think it's really great. So I follow a lot of Kimmy Brooke's stuff. I think she's an amazing mentor in the network marketing industry. And I had the pleasure of watching a webinar of hers not too long ago, and I really wanted to share it with you because I thought it was a really great tool where you can use bits and pieces of the next half an hour to really help you solidify where it is you're going for 2017 and what you need to do it. Now, I know there's some beautiful leaders already here on the call who I know have well and truly stepped into 2017 and have their plan. But if you're not 100% there, or if you're 50% there, or if you're halfway through your vision board but you haven't finished it, you may get some fantastic tips from the next half an hour as I share these thoughts with you. So one of the very first things that Kimmy had us do on her webinar was to really reflect on some questions about your business in 2016. So many of you, or some of you, may have only started halfway through the year, but even if you started 10 days before the end of 2016, you can still reflect on how your business went for 2016. So I want you to be really honest. I hope everyone's got a pen and paper in front of them, because I've got a series of questions that I want you to write down, and in the moment as you're thinking about them, I want you to answer them to yourself if you can. So the first question is, how many people did I personally enroll? Now that could be enroll onto the product or enroll into the business. So how many did you or I enroll in 2016? So if you don't know that, maybe there's the first step, is that you need to go and analyze your business. The second question, how big did my team grow overall? So do you know where it was at the beginning and then at the end of 2016? If you didn't, you know you can go into your virtual office and actually check that. How many new leaders did I bring into my business? So we consider a leadership level sales coordinator and above. So sales coordinator has a couple of teammates who have a couple of teammates. So that's a leadership position. How many new leaders did you bring into your team? How much did my volume grow? So think about what your volume was at the beginning and at the end. How many presentations did I personally do? Not just take people along to events, but how many did you step up to and present? Could be part of a presentation, could be a whole presentation, but how many you did. And if you don't know the exact number, how many did you do on average per week or per month? How many new customers, so we've kind of already answered that one, did I go to the company events? Did you go to the Australian conference? Did you go to the US conference? Did you perhaps go to another conference, say in the UK or elsewhere? Did I go to company events? Did I rank advance? So if you're a sales coordinator, did you go up to a senior sales or a Q? If you're an SDVF, did you go higher? Did you rank advance? Did you rank advance a couple of times? Here's a good one. Is my team inspired by my leadership? Now remember, if you've got one person that you brought into this business, if you've got 300, you're still a leader because you have given someone a vision and said that you'll help them. So you're a leader. So are they inspired by your leadership? And lastly, and this is possibly the hardest, did I play full out? Or did I make excuses? Are my kids my excuse? Is my job my excuse? Is my study my excuse? Or did you play full out? Now, you don't need to share those answers. The most important person to share them with is yourself, for sure. But my suggestion with all of those answers is you find somebody who is, I guess, your confidant. Celine often talks to us about surrounding yourself with, the 5 most important people, the 5 people that you want to be most like. She talks to us about, writing down those 5 people whose advice you would go to for. So choose one of those people and get really honest with yourself. Use this as a reality check. I want you to ask that person you care about and you care what they think to go through those answers with you. It could be your upline, it could be a sideline, it could be someone not even in the business. Be brave and ask them to be honest with you, because here is an opportunity to learn from the feedback that they give you. Now, in doing that analysis of 2016, one of the greatest things that you can do if you do it well is you can then do it again at the end of 2017. So you'll be able to see how you as a person and your business has changed from 2016 to the end of 2017. So make sure that you keep these questions close and that you compare them when you get to December 2017. So guys, the facts are that in our business, we have to get good at a few things, and it's only a few things. In fact, it's less than 5 things you have to be good at in this business. And the only way you're going to get good at them is if you practice. And it doesn't matter whether you're selling Juice Plus, it doesn't matter if you're selling hairspray, it doesn't matter if you're selling smelly oils, whatever it is, you have to get good at these things. The first thing is you've got to get good at inviting. You've got to get good at inviting people. It's all very well to do your high five every day and connect with new people on social media and develop relationships with them and ask them all about themselves and be a master asker. But at some point, you need to invite them to look at the product or to look at the opportunity. So if you don't feel in your heart of hearts like you are good at inviting, please reach out to your mentors, your sponsor, if you think they're great, or even your upline NMDs, and learn how to be good at invitation. The second thing, you need to be consistent in growing your list. Now listen here, we have the most amazing tool that we have been taught by Celine Egan. It's this thing. It's called the 30 and 30 grid. If you are not adding to this on a daily basis, I don't care if it's 1 person, I don't care if it's 5 or even 10, but if you're not being consistent in adding to this grid, then you're not going to move forward. That's the second thing you need to be good at, consistently adding to your grid. And consistently reaching out to people. So consistently adding to that network of people that you know. Now, I can tell you at 18 years in this business, and I know Hillary and Bronwyn are the same, we have well and truly exhausted our warm market like you wouldn't believe. But what I have found in doing this 30 in 30 grid is that I'm actually reaching out to people that I've known from a former life. So I'm finding friends that I didn't even remember that I was friends with. And I'm meeting friends of friends. So it's not that you have to step into your cold market, but the more you connect with people and reconnect and use social media to do that, the more you will find that you know more people than you think. So be consistent in reaching out to people, be consistent in adding to your 30 and 30 grid, and get good at inviting. The other thing you need to get good at is presenting. Now, it's all very well to continue to rely on all of these events that are all around you. And let me tell you, when you're first starting, you want to be the person that's in the back row wanting to be that person on the stage, because you want to learn. But this is a watch one, do one, teach one business. The quicker you get good at presenting, the quicker you take part of a presentation, even if it's just to present your story, the more confident you will become. And the more likely you will be able to present your story when you're standing in line at the supermarket or getting a coffee from the barista. If you constantly be the person sitting in the back row and don't move forward through the audience, then when it comes time to have that off-the-cuff spontaneous presentation, it will become difficult. So you need to get good at presenting. You also need to get good at enrolling. So we're inviting people to look at the opportunity, but then you need to ask them to be part of your team and part of your community. So again, share with your upline leaders how they find best to do that. And absolute, without, being the last, certainly not the last on the list, is you need to get good at follow-up. So for every person that you put on this list, you need to make sure you have a date and time by which you plan to follow them up, either for the product or the business. And at some point you want to get a firm yes or a firm no out of them so that you can then move on. So really it's inviting, constantly adding to your 30 and 30 grid, getting good at presenting, getting good at enrolling, and getting good at follow-up. And if you constantly practice that on a daily basis, because we're not born with these skills, you have to learn them. If you constantly practice that on a daily basis and do it over and over again, you will become like the Natalie Baldocks and the Val Gammers and the Bronwyn Hunters and the Jen Burkheads. You will master this, because I tell you why they're at the top, because they've just done it more often than you. So that's what was the big lesson I took home from Kimmy Brooke. So think about in 2016, of those 4 areas, inviting and consistently adding to your grid, presenting, enrolling, and follow-up, rate yourself on a 1 to 10 for each of those areas. And if you're not a 9 or a 10 on each of those, then you've got to get to work and practice them more. All right. Here's a fantastic thing. And I think even though we're 3 weeks into the new year, here's a really great thing that you can still do. And look, I think you can still do it when you meet someone for the first time in February. Happy New Year to you. How was your 2016? How did your year end up? Were you happy? Did you achieve all the things that you set on your goal for on your New Year's resolutions for 2016? Where do you want to go for 2017? Like, this is the perfect time to be finding out if people are looking for something new. And a lot of people at this time of year are looking for a change. They're looking to change their life in some way, whether it's their health or their wealth. So, utilize, even though we're 3 weeks in, I did it today with a couple of people. How was your new year? Did 2016 end up how it was? What are you looking to do in 2017? So it's a really great opportunity right now in jump-starting your year and kick-starting to use those master asker questions. Once you get to April, it's a bit hard. But right now is a really good opportunity. So again, go back to your 30 and 30 grid and ask everyone, hey, Happy New Year. How was your 2016? What do you got planned for this year? All right. Then I want you guys to think about what it is you want to achieve in 2017. Who here has already done their vision board? Of course you have. Val, Jen, brilliant. Lucy, Hill. I think there's a few more. Okay, who's happy to put up their hand and say, no, I haven't done it yet? Yeah, well done, guys. Thank you for being honest. Okay, put that on the agenda. You've got Thursday off. It's a public holiday. Before you go out for your barbie and knock down those beers, how about you just get online, download a few photos of the things that you want for 2017 and get that board happening. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer. If you really feel the need to cut out a magazine and stick it on a piece of paper, then you can do that too. But make it a priority, because it's only when you manifest it, it's only when you become aware of what it is that you want to achieve for 2017 that you've got any way of stepping forward and moving ahead with that. So vision boards, me, guys, I'm nuts and bolts. I'm not airy fairy. Poor Lucy Dixon, she has trouble with me all the time, but I'm telling you, doing a vision board is something that is really important for manifestation. I mean, top level athletes, top level Olympic level athletes use creative visualization to see themselves on the podium winning that gold medal. So if sports psychology utilizes this principle, we can certainly use it in Juice Plus to manifest what it is we want to achieve. So think about what it is for your family you want. Think of what it is that your business, how many team leaders do you want? Go back to those questions you asked yourself about 2016. What is it that you want for your business this year? If you're a journal writer, then journal it out for yourself. Sometimes we need to see it, hear it, taste it, touch it, feel it, write it. Journal it out for yourself if you find that that's really valuable. Declare it to your team leader. Declare it to your mentor. Declare it to the person who is your business coach. What is it that you want for your Juice Plus business in 2017? I don't even care if it's, I just want a regular $500 a month. Like, even if it's that. Or I just would like to sign up one new franchisee a month, or I'd just like to sign up 3 or 4 customers a month. Like, whatever it is you want for your Juice Plus business, manifest it in whatever way you can. A fantastic book to read around motivation and manifestation is Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire, which is by Richard Blissbrook. It's, again, another really quick read, and you can get it on his website. Geez, they should be paying me for this plugging, I tell you. All right. Revisit why you did this business, because sometimes we can get swept away with the building of the business and we forget why we actually started. So revisit why it is you were building. Were you building it for financial freedom? Were you building, what was your reason for building this business at the very beginning? Revisit that. Now, it might have changed and that's okay, but just, be grounded and be connected with your why, because in the hard times, that's what you're going to turn to. All right. Now, I want you guys to write this down. This is the next exercise you're going to do. Write this down. I'm going to invite people a week to the business. So you're going to fill in that number. I'm going to invite people a week to this business. Or if you're really, really going for it, how many people are you going to invite per day? I'm going to enroll people on the product per month in this business. I'm going to enroll however many people per month in this business. So the franchise. So you're talking customers and you're talking about prospective franchisees. I'm going to build leaders. So again, sales coordinator above, how many of those are you going to build? I'm going to attend my company event. No excuses. It's January. You got 5 checks between now and June. You can spend that money on getting to conference. No excuses. But here's the big one. I'm going to bring team members to the company event. How many team members are you going to have at our company event in June? My team is going to grow by number of people per month. Or if you're a numbers person, it's going to grow by X percentage. I am going to speak at my company event. Whoa. Val manifested that. She did it just a few weeks ago. I'm going to speak at my company event. I'm going to receive X reward. Award, not reward, award. So it might be 39 club member. It might be franchisee of the month. It might be franchisee of the year. And I am going to achieve X rank in this company. Stick them on your vision board, guys, and start working towards them. All right. So sharing it with your team, sharing it with your leadership, your coach. These are the people that are going to champion you. Ask them to champion you. Your husbands, your family, your work colleagues, your team. Guys, I want to achieve this in my business this year. Will you support me? Of course they're going to support you. Declare it to your family. Be intentional. All right. Pick a word as your motto. Does anyone here have a word? I've got 2 for 2017. Anyone else got a word? Perhaps you can put this on your vision board as well. So I got 2 words. My first word, fun. Because I'm the biggest fun monster in this company. But that's my word for 2017, fun. Tomorrow's going to have more fun. And the second word for me is growth. However that be, that could be business, that could be personal, that could be family. So for me, my 2 words are fun and growth. But choose a word. It could be shine. It could be expand. It could be peace. Whatever your word is, you want to manifest it in everything that you do this year. So think about what that word is going to be. Set your theme for 2017. So your theme for your team and your business can be around that word. So set your theme for 2017. Oops, sorry, dog barking. All right, now it could change. You could get 3-4 months into this business and go, well, actually, that word expand doesn't really fit for what I'm doing. So you can change it, but just start now. Just put 1 foot forward. Choose a word and choose a theme for your business for 2017. And guys, we've heard this one 1,000 times before. Train your brain every single day. What did Luke Wren call it? Change your state. Have an easy affirmation or a vision that you train yourself to tap into. It could be your success song, your NMD song. It could be a mantra that you have every day. but tap into it every day. This is one that I heard today. I wake up today excited for who I will meet as I live my life's purpose. I attract like-minded people and those who are open to what I have to offer. I'm met with enthusiasm, love, anticipation for the potential of possibility. I contribute today to someone else's life and have impact to change and improve their lives. Something as simple as that, but manifest it every single day. So train your brain. There's a fantastic book called The Miracle Morning. Has anyone read it? I haven't yet, I must say, but I keep hearing it on the MLM Nation, people talking about the Miracle Morning and the fact that successful people in our business have a ritual that they do every morning. It might be getting up and exercising, meditating. It might be saying affirmations, whatever it might be, but it's about setting your state and training your brain every day. Okay, now the next thing is you have a team, and it's not all about you because you're in a service-based industry or a servant leader. Go and talk to your team. Ask each of your people, what is it that you want to do this year? How did you find 2016? How do you want to do it differently? How can I be of service to you? Ask them about their vision for 2017, because the only way you can gain success is if they have success, and the only way they're going to have success is if you support them. So know what your team's visions are and however they measure it. Then launch powerfully. Now, so what? We're the 23rd of January, doesn't matter. You can still launch your Juice Plus business this year. You can launch it when the kids go back to school. But get creative about how you're going to launch that event. You might have a family picnic down the park. You might all go to Inflatable World and have crappy food. You know, you may decide to go out to lunch with your favorite franchisees. You may decide to have a cocktail night. Whatever it is, launch your business and get creative. It's all about energizing yourself and energizing your team. Come up with incentives and campaigns. You see, no one wants to show up to a job. Most people are trying to get out of a job. They want to show up to something that is fun and vibrant and creative and energizing. But you want them to be saying, I want to be part of this community. And again, I don't care if you've got one team member or if you've got 100 team members. Be the leader in your community and just persist at that. Again, we've heard this before. Every network marketing leader says it, and that is pour in the good stuff. You can only do that by doing personal development. One of my main goals this year is to drill into personal development. The more energy you have around this, the more you are going to attract. Not only that, but the more you're going to want to get up and get to work. And all the neg heads just slide off if you are working on yourself. You're going to see the people who are looking for this opportunity, and you're just going to ignore the rest. And there's heaps of personal development books, podcasts, TED Talks, audiobooks, whatever rocks your world, just start tapping into it. This time, in fact, November of last year, I started tapping into MLM Nation, which is a podcast that you can download. There's 3 of them per week. They've already interviewed, in the last couple of months, they've interviewed Linda Evenden and Kira Westwick and dozens upon dozens of other leaders in our industry. I can say confidently with my hand on my heart that my business has gone from a very dreary 24 club to a very healthy over 80 club by doing that and tapping into those personal developments over the last 12 months. And be grateful. That's something that I learned in 2016. Be grateful, because when you're expressing gratitude, it's really hard to be selfish. And we all know that you cannot be selfish in this business. You need to be a servant leader. You need to lead the people that you invited into this business. So always focus outwards on others, and you do that by working on yourself. Grab yourself a running buddy. Who here has got an accountability partner? A running buddy is someone who keeps them in check. Good. Who doesn't have one? Go find yourself one. I don't care if it's a downline, an upline, a sideline, but you cannot do this business alone. You cannot keep yourself in check alone constantly. Thanks, Taz. Constantly, all of the time. You need someone else to, sometimes kick your butt. So find yourself a running buddy. Surround yourself with the people who lift you up. Don't surround yourself with people who tear you down. Always surround yourself with those people who you want to be more like. And you've got to just plug in on a regular basis. We've got some great technology now. We used to have to pick up the telephone and we used to send each other voice comm messages that you have to tap into. Now you've got Voxer, you've got WhatsApp, you've got SMS Messenger. Like, there's so many different ways that you can tap into people in a non-invasive way, and you're not going to do them any trouble. So, utilize the technologies. And plan a campaign. This is the one thing that I'd love everyone to really think about. Plan a campaign around your product, around your program you might have. I know some of the teams are developing lifestyle programs around the product. Plan a campaign around your business. Plan a campaign around, your team rank advancement. So it might be 100 club, it might be 50 club. Plan a campaign, because events will drive your business, but campaigns will drive your team. So think now, how many people did you say you want to have at our company event this year? Plan a campaign around that. If you want 10 new frontline franchisees, you've got to start manifesting that, and then you've got to create a campaign about how you're going to get those franchisees to conference. So be creative. Talk to your upline, talk to your NMDs. There are lots of different things that you can do, but plan a campaign to get them to the company event. Then you need to take action. It's not going to happen just by manifesting it and writing it down. We all hear from Celine all the time. Action takes you out of doubt, and doubt will take you out of action. So just start putting one foot in front of the other. Start doing your daily method of operation, which I think I vomit on you every week. Forget about the flavor of the month. What does that mean? Well, we know comparison is the thief of joy. So don't compare yourself to others in the company. Run your own race, because nobody else lives your life. So nobody else has your life. And so therefore you just run your own race with this. Don't compare yourself to others. But more than that, don't be attracted by bright, shiny things. There's a lot of bright, shiny things out there. There's a lot of bright, shiny companies and bright, shiny products, but don't look at them. Stay laser sharp focused. Remember your why for joining this company. I can tell you right now that if I was to compare every single marketing plan and every single community, everyone could be successful. You can be successful in any network marketing business if you do the tried and proven system. So why jump companies? If you love this product and you love this community and you love this marketing plan, then just stick with it. Just stick with it. Don't get attracted by bright, shiny things, and stay to the plan. And most of all, finally finishing off with Kimmy's last words, they were have fun. Have fun. Ask yourself the question, am I having fun, or is this a drag? If this is a drag and I'm not having fun, then I'm going to have more fun. So I'm going to create the fun. Is my team having fun, or do they feel like they're going to a job every day? Are they having to reach targets that I'm setting them every day, or are they actually having fun, and are they having fun with me? And if you're not having fun, then you need to reach out to others to have fun and have fun yourself. So guys, that's it. I'm hoping that in the last half an hour, you have taken away some words of wisdom. They aren't mine. I'm not going to claim them as mine. I've learned those from the amazing Kimmy Brook. If you are interested in her book or The 4-Year Career or Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire, you can go to the Bliss Business website, where you can actually order those books. As I've said, I have ordered 100 of them at a reduced price. So if anyone wants to grab a bundle that they'd like to give to their teams, please don't hesitate to get in contact. So guys, I'm going to stop the recording.